Hello Rebels and welcome back to my life. Today we're going to talk about the art of the selfie, which some intellectuals would argue isn't an art at all, while other intellectuals think that there just isn't any art at all, man. We tend to think of selfies as some new trendy thing, and some of us tend to get annoyed by it. Maybe more annoyed than we should be. Maybe even more annoyed than we were when we found out that Zane was leaving the 1D. It's just not going to be the same D without you, Zane. I'm going to miss that D. The truth is that selfies have been around almost as long as human creation. I mean, ancient pharaohs built tombs and sarcophagi and statues in their own likenesses, and of course, painters have been painting self-portraits for hundreds of years. Even if you're only talking about photographic selfies, those are almost 200 years old by now. The first photographic selfie was taken in 1839 by Robert Cornelius, aka one of the people with the best main character names ever. I will write a book with a Robert Cornelius in it. Nowadays, people often take selfies in a mirror, but even that's not that new. We have a photo as far back as 1900 of a woman taking a picture of herself in a mirror, and in 1914, a 13-year-old Russian Grand Duchess took a photograph of herself in a mirror and mailed it to a friend. You young kids probably don't know what mail is, but just think of it as a physical version of an email that takes days or even weeks to reach the recipient. Of course, you might not even know what email is, so just think of that as an electronic version of a text that people used to only be able to send from their desktop computers, which used to weigh more than you do. So selfies are hundreds of times older than the word selfie itself, which was coined in 2005 by photographer Jim Krause. So why do people look on selfies with such disdain nowadays? I mean, the selfie song probably didn't help, and if you've never heard that song before, allow me to break the Geneva Convention.
Let me take a selfie.
Okay, hold on, my ears are bleeding. Okay, we're back. But selfies were looked down on years before that song came out, so obviously it's something else. Maybe it's the fact that everyone takes selfies these days. I mean, with the advent of the forward-facing camera on smartphones, almost anyone can take as many selfies as they want and post them to their Insta-Facegram books. But if you think selfies are stupid just because they're popular now and anyone can take them, doesn't that make you little more than a glorified hipster? And as a side note, you know who takes a lot of selfies? That's right, hipsters, you hypocrite. Hipstercrit. Or if you object to selfies on the grounds that the people who take them are by definition a little egotistical and maybe too into their own looks, I have to counter that by saying I can't really see that as a bad thing. I mean, modern society hammers us non-stop with unrealistic standards of beauty, whether you're talking about Photoshop celebrities or highly stylized methods of filmmaking or prawn. And after all of the images we're assaulted with day in and day out on screens large and small, it's amazing that any of us are even willing to be seen out in public, much less proud enough of our appearance to take a picture of it and share it with our friends and family. I'm just kidding, nobody shares selfies with their family because nobody wants their mother to know what they look like on a Saturday night. And I think we have to give extra props to the people who don't necessarily meet society's typical standards of beauty, who are a little bit thicker, or who don't have the high chiseled cheekbones that I do, and who are still willing to share their appearance with the rest of us online where everyone can judge them, and where everyone does. Viewed through that lens, taking a selfie becomes less of an egotistical fish for compliments and more of an anti-establishment statement that we're proud of our bodies and we're not afraid of what anyone else might say to try and bring us down. Kidding again, of course, I just like the way I look. Duck face! As always, Rebels, thank you for watching. Today on my Patreon page, I'm going to be sharing 5 exclusive selfies with me and my family, including the one I just took. But you only get to see them if you're a patron, so, you know, link in the description. Share your selfies with pride today, and I will see you tomorrow. Maybe. Bye! Just a quick reminder, Rebels, if you want to contribute to the YouTube channel, you can become a patron at patreon.com, or now you can give a one-time gift through YouTube's new fan funding feature. Just click on that little I at the top right corner of the video. See you tomorrow. Bye.